Hey guys, I'm gonna give it back here for that video, guys. Today we're looking at a cheap stack for this upcoming week on the Sunday main slate. Keep in mind we're not doing, the showdown slates in this video. We're doing them as separate videos, so this is strictly just for the main slate of games. So starting off right away, a cheap stack I like this week. I actually really do like the Geno Smith stack, and I know last week it did not work out. Listen. The Rams came to play versus Geno Smith, and they played very, very good football versus him. I think this should be a nice bounce back game versus Detroit. I think he can score points on the Detroit Lions defense. I do believe that Detroit Lions are going to score a lot of points on the Seattle Seahawks defense too. So this could be a nice back and forth high scoring game. And also there's buyback options in this game, which I really do like. I will say overall wise, they should not be able to run the ball that much Seattle wise because again, Aiden Hutchinson and that defensive line for the Lions should be absolutely menacing in this game. So players in this game, like for example, Kenneth Walker, I'm not really too interested in. Neither am I really interested too much in Zach in this upcoming game. Now, for the receiving core, of course, the Seahawks have an amazing receiving core, let's be honest. They also have a great tight end in Noah Fant. Really didn't do anything on Sunday. Again, like I said, that game, it's week one. You can kind of scrap it up and say that was a crazy game. And, it is what it is. Alright, so starting off right away, let's go ahead and go with the double stack here. Tyler Lockett and Metcalf. And I don't think as many people are going to be on these stacks. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that a lot of people are going to be like, nope, not going with the Seahawks after what happened last week. Then the Lions played the Chiefs, and then the Lions took care of the Chiefs. I'm not touching the Seahawks team. I think this is where you can actually take advantage of that. Now, Jackson Smith-Ajigba, he did play last week. He had 4.3 fantasy points. Didn't really do anything too crazy in that game. I'm going to wait a couple weeks before I kind of get too much into going after him, to see how he actually plays. Right now, I'm pumping the brakes on him. Now, buyback options. Of course, you have Gibbs, you have Montgomery you can go with in this game. You have St. Brown, Reynolds, and you have Sam Laporta. A lot of good buyback options in this game. Again, the Lions should be able to move the ball and score some decent points in this game. I actually like Sam Laporta as a buyback option here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I am actually going to pay up and get him in this game. I think he could be a really solid play. And that's pretty much that. I don't like to put too much capital in one game because one game goes sour. I will say for this lineup here, it's going to very much be a lineup that's difficult, if this game does not work out, the Seahawks-Lions game. But for the most part, I think we should be fine. Because we are going to go with some cheap plays moving forward here, as we, of course, spent a lot for that lineup. Well, for Amon-Ra St. Brown and DK Metcalf. Now looking at defense, I really like this week. I love the Jets defense this week. Listen, last week the Cowboys looked amazing. Not on offense, on defense and special teams. Very possible that replicates itself in this upcoming matchup versus the Jets. I think, honestly, Zach Wilson could throw a pick 6 or 2 in this game. That means, again, the offense is not going to be scoring for the Cowboys, it's going to be their defense. Which means, when their offense is on the field, they might already be up by so much, they're not trying to score. So I I think very possibly this could be a good game for the defense for that reason. Alright. First player I'm going with here is going to be Gus Bus. I love him here versus Cincinnati Bengals. They have no center or left tackle, so they're going to have to try to run the ball as much as humanly possible. Because if they sit back there and try to throw the ball, they're going to be absolutely pancaked and sacked Lamar Jackson left, right, and center. So they're going to try to get the run game going. You could go with Justice Hill here a tad bit. I'm kind of on the fence between this. Gus Bus, I think they're going to have to try to run the football. Especially, again, Cincinnati's biggest problem here is going to be against the run. I think they were really good against the pass. But the run could be a problem. I do like DJ Reader and BJ Hill, though. But, give me Justice Hill, actually. I'll take Justice Hill because in the perspective that if they can't run the ball, then Gus Bus is completely useless. At least Justice Hill is more of a receiving back, so he's going to be able to, catch some passes out of the backfield, maybe cut up the field, try to make some plays. And that's going to give him some, ability to hopefully get some points in this game. So I'm going to go with him there. And then other option here we're going to go with in the flex is Zay Flowers. I love him this upcoming week. Think he's a really solid play. And our last play we're going to be doing for this game, Aaron Jones probably will be out of the game most likely. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. He did not participate in practice on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So I'm going to be avoiding him like the plague here. And now we kind of go to a couple different options here. I was thinking about going Gibbs. I'm not going to lie to you, but I don't want to put too much value into that game. I'm actually thinking about going with Joe Mixon, especially with that defense with the Ravens banged up. No cornerback, one, no free safety. This could be a possible chance for them to, really get destroyed on defense. And if since he gets up by a lot in this game, it's going to come down to the Ravens really having to, try to come back in this game. And this could be, a chance for the Bengals to just run the clock out with Joe Mixon. And we've seen last year, I think it was last year, the year before that, where the Bengals got by a lot and Joe Mixon had like a 70-yard rushing touchdown to the end of the game. So, very possible that ends up happening. But yeah, so this is my cheap stack of the week. I guess not really as cheap as it could be, though. Geno Smith is the cheap quarterback stack, but we're stacking up here with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, buying back into that game with St. Brown and, of course, Sam Laporta. We are going ahead and double stacking Justice Hill and Zay Flowers, buying back into that game with, of course, Joe Mixon. And then finally one off playing the New York Jets defense, which again, like I said, it's funny to say this, but this Jets-Cowboys game, the Cowboys could win this game by 40 points, and the Jets somehow, some way, actually have a really good defensive week. And the reason why I say that is I think they are on this list here. Let me see. The Giants defense, did the Giants play primetime? I feel like they play primetime now. They're right there. Last week, -1 points. Yeah, they give up 40 points though. But again, like I said, I'm holding out faith that Zach Wilson throws like 2 pick sixes in this game, and the Cowboys offense just gets absolutely star-studded by the Jets defense. And the Cowboys win, but they win strictly on the simple fact that they're up by so much in this game from their defense, special teams alone. They don't have to score that much. I don't know. Maybe I'll get off the Jets defense. If we got off the Jets defense, who else would we go with? 2,900. I wouldn't go Seattle here. That would make no sense. Maybe Atlanta versus versus Green Bay. I love Green Bay's offense right now. I think in this ballpark range I'm sitting in, I like them the most. Maybe Arizona could be decent if Daniel Jones starts struggling again. I just think Saquon Barkley is going to try to, make that game all about himself. But maybe Arizona, Tennessee I don't really like, Rams I hate, and Raiders I don't like. So out of all those defenses, I'm going Jets.